Previously on the Floptraitors.
But that means someone has been recruited.
If Portsmouth is the Floptraitor, I'm gonna look at people who voted for Tony over her.
I'm suspicious of to Nero.
What?
Oh.
What did I do?
I knew it!
I'm sorry.
She would never swear on her dead good graves without reason!
You didn't trust me, so now you're gonna pay for it.
Officially from the Traitors, you have been murdered.
No!
Breakfast is served.
I just noticed that. That is
Wait,
the
that
best.
screaming thing!
It's
Morning.
Is that Mortimer?
Yeah, it's Bob. We were having a nice little read last night together.
Oh my god!
No way!
That is the best thing I've ever seen on the backgrounds. That is amazing.
Okay.
Bro's dead. Oh,
Wait, what?
No.
Wait, what?
God, who did Flo vote for?
Oh,
I voted for Sophie.
Okay, that's good to know.
It was
That
me.
already seems a bit suspicious.
Hello.
No offense.
Obvious. It's too
Hello,
obvious.
cast. Hello.
It is.
this is bad.
As you have worked out, Flo is gone. You're currently now on day 4. Okay, you have one more day remaining.
Oh wow. Okay.
Remember, at the last round table, it'll be a vote and a vote until everyone agrees that they don't want to vote anymore. I don't need to say this anymore to you because you should already know. But it's time to get a Floptraitor out. Not one's gone yet, and there's potentially 3 sitting among you.
I'm praying. Guys.
I know who you
I don't think it's you, like any of you,
No,
right?
I agree.
But I think it's Crisp.
Yes.
That's
And
what
And
it is.
here's the
I've
thing.
not
This is the
directly
first time
said
I've
it.
been able to say it to people because every time I've gone somewhere the past 3 days, he's followed me.
I've got
He
him
followed me.
noted,
He
mate.
was with me in the kitchen on the first day, and then he was with me in the library on the second day, and then he was with me in the hallway on the third day, and this is the first. I waited for ages to come into a room.
Why do you
And
think that is?
seriously, like, first day in the kitchen, Massa and I, we said to each other, like, we discussed Crisp a little before
Yeah.
the round table.
Because Crisp and Luke left because we were like, oh, it's just the 4 of us, like we haven't gone anywhere. Crisp and Luke decided to leave, and then it was just me and Coco, and I was like, Coco, I think you're a faithful, but I think it might be like, and then we literally ended up getting dragged
Yeah.
to the round table, so I couldn't go into more detail.
It was like a cliffhanger.
Yeah, and then I haven't been able to find you to be able to come and say anything any other time. But the problem is that I don't have any hard evidence.
So the names that I had written down last time, I'll address them, and they're probably all wrong again. But I had Portsmouth. I think it could be because every time that she's voted, they've been voted out and they've been innocent,
Yeah.
which sounds a bit sketchy. And regrettably, Sophie, your name was written down, but
No,
that was
that's-
based on last round.
No, that's
I don't know if
completely
that still
fair.
stands.
I know
Yeah.
that everyone thinks I'm being real quiet, but I don't know. I can't just keep chatting if I think I'm going to be wrong again.
No,
But
see,
but yeah, no, I think we go for Portsmouth first, just because Tony and Morgie are both gone, and they wrote a name down. I'm only here because everyone thinks it's me.
Mhm.
I've got one person in this room who thinks it's me as well, but you know, my suspicions have been bland out wrong, so I have no clue what the hell to expect anymore now.
I've been wrong every single time. I've been terrible.
Oh, have I know you were there on. If I'm gonna be honest, you were there on my sus list. Like you were there on my spec because you know you're very calculated with how you look at this, and obviously traitors can be very very calculated in their decisions. So you were there, but I just don't know what to believe anymore. And I feel like once we go back to round table, then I feel like everyone's gonna come out in that case. But I just don't know what to say.
I feel like I've now kind of put my head on the line because if one of you in here is a Floptraitor and I've just
No.
spilled my guts to you, I feel like I'm dying
We
today.
are. I want to follow your
I agree
lead on
with
this.
you.
I really genuinely don't think it's Marie. I certainly don't think it's Coco.
When he said about why he thinks that Coco and I are faithful legs, he was like, because it's very easy to not jump on a bandwagon and go for someone, but both times you two have gone for your own kind of feelings.
Mm.
And then obviously I turned it back on him and was like, well, you've jumped on the bandwagon the past 2 votes.
I love that.
Could you say that he jumped on the bandwagon last time and going for Morgie?
Well, yeah, because she's not here anymore, right?
Well,
Surely.
that's what I'm thinking.
Arguably the most important round table you will do in the show. The floor is yours, everybody. When you are ready, begin your discussions.
Yes.
I want to start because I think it's Chris and Nerio. They are my sussies, and the reason is in the last round, they both said they defended each other at first when everyone was kind of thinking who it was. They defended each other, but then very quickly they both said no, not defended each other. They went against each other. They said each other was sus, and then very quickly they said, "Oh, but I don't think it's them. I've changed my mind about them." And they both said the same thing about each other. So I think they're working together.
Yeah, that is fair. But that, honestly, the first round, I genuinely, no offense, I did think it was you, Nerio. I think it was. There was a couple of things. Obviously, when you said ambitious with it, that was the only thing I had to go off. And so obviously, as soon as we get into another round, certain other things come out, and other things that recency bias obviously comes in front.
Can I just say
Absolutely
though,
not.
just to counter that, Chris, like no one knew what we were at that point, and I think it was fair, maybe a bit, to say that you're feeling ambitious, whatever you get. Do you know what I mean? None of us had a fucking choice.
I think, you know, what Marie said about both myself and Chris, but it's a fair point. I mean, I have to agree, it is a fair point, but it's just, you know, like, I was just throwing out my opinions and my views on Chris, but, you know, just, I guess a bit of suspicion, I think, on me as well, because Sophie said I'm dodgy looking, I guess, so...
That's not what I said. The dodgy guy. For me.
A dodgy looking guy with the hat and the beard.
Oh my god.
But, yeah, no, just like, I don't know honestly what else I could say at this point.
Well, I wrote down 3 names last round, and I'll reveal all of them. I'm more than happy to, because I feel like I'm probably one of the two who's going to get voted out or murdered in the night, depending. Let's see. I had Flo was written down. Obviously, didn't make it through the night, sadly. I had Sophie written down, and I had Portsmouth written down. They were the 3 that I thought it was. Could have been wrong. Obviously, I've been wrong every other time. Clearly, we all have. But just as an honesty of who I thought it could have been at the time.
Yeah.
Still not sure.
I am going to say who I'm going to vote for right now. It is going to be you, Portsmouth, just because 2 people that wrote your name down and I'm not here. It's dodgy, and the points they raised.
Isn't that obvious though? Isn't that a little bit too obvious? Like
no, because Morgie got banished, and so did Tony, so you couldn't have killed him.
my only reason for going for Tony was because he came for me for no reason. Like, and I was sus of his character prior to joining the stream. His whole demeanor changed, and then as his sister, I thought I picked up on something. Obviously, I was wrong. But Morgie, I think, dug her own grave by giggling so much. I think we all kind of sussed her for that, right?
Yeah.
I'm not the only one that voted her out.
Yeah, I clocked
No,
that
I
as well.
voted for her for that.
That was why I voted her on the last round as well.
I will say, no, I'm getting there. Don't worry, bro. I'm there. My kind of sus at the moment is on Sophie, just because I feel like you've started speaking more in this one, because we mentioned last time that you'd gone really quiet and your whole thing had changed from when you were going for Kian. Okay. But then I'm also sus on Crisp as well, because basically just from the rebuttal that I guess I made to your point last time of your theory is that Coco and I are faithful legs because we didn't jump on the bandwagon of people to vote for, whereas you in the previous votes had jumped on the bandwagon of people to vote for. And I'm not saying that you did the votes because you were jumping on the bandwagon, like you could have genuinely believed that, and I probably think that you did believe them, but I almost feel like you've talked yourself into a grave, like based on your own logic.
No, there's also been a lot of distractions in some way, like with all the Bob and the reading things. Like it feels like there's like a lot of distraction trying to get the focus somewhere else, if you could say so. Oh yeah.
I can see how that would be seen. Bear in mind, you know, I'm just a person from the north of England. You know, we don't have a lot of education up in the north. So, you know, I've got to read where I can in my own personal time to try and help with that, you see. So, but at the moment, my only piece is I don't think it's me, because it isn't.
Oh.
That's some great defending skills, Chris.
It is great. I'm more than happy to, if you guys want to vote me out, that's fine. But my sus is on Portsmouth, Sophie, and growing Mazza. I think you're very smart. I think you're very smart, very intelligent. I think you might be able to play this game. That's my only worry.
You don't know me, sir. I can't play this game.
The time for talking is over. As I said, this is the biggest round table you've had so far. It's the penultimate round table. Can you take a Floptraitor down on the penultimate night, or are you going to say goodbye to another Faithful Legs? Please write down your name and get ready to tell me why.
All right, for me, I only voted for you, Marie, because it was last 2 rounds have been sus. You've been sus on me, and you've had some theories. Like I don't know if you're just trying to get me out of the game at this point, but yeah, sorry. So my vote goes for Marie on this one.
Portsmouth moves over to you.
I had to, because you said that you would vote for me. Sophie, I hope I'm wrong, and we're both just really too stoned for this. I really do. Like.
That's 1 vote for Marie, 1 vote for Sophie. Sophie, who have you voted for and why?
I voted for Portsmouth.
Portsmouth.
Coco, who have you voted for and why?
I voted Crisp because of all of the distractions and what Massa said as well. So yeah.
Crisp, who have you voted for and why?
I went Portsmouth. It's the last couple of rounds. I've still had sus. I'm not too sure, so that's why I've sort of kept with the 3 that I've written down.
Okay, 2 for Portsmouth, 1 for Sophie, 1 for Marie, and 1 for Crisp. Marie, you're the penultimate vote. Who are you going for and why?
Chris.
Why have you done that?
I don't. Nerio are working together. Yeah, and now I'm even more sus than Nerio now because he just voted me out for absolutely no reason whatsoever. But yeah, I definitely think it's both of them. But yeah.
Okay, Mazapants, who have you voted for and why?
I don't think this will be a surprise. And Crisp, I'm sorry, but I voted for you. I don't know. I just got a feeling. I sincerely hope that it is you, because if it's not, then someone that I thought was a Faithful Legs has been lying to my face, and I'm gonna not be happy.
Okay, that is 3 votes for Crisp, meaning your time on Floptraitors is unfortunately over. Please let us know, were you a Faithful Legs or a Floptraitor?
Well, to take a note from Bob Mortimer in his recent book, The Hotel Avocado, it is all about deception, distraction, and it is almost a murder mystery. However, I can reveal that this whole time, people have had sort of opinions of me, and that's fair. But I was, and always will be, Faithful Legs.
Oh, stop!
Well, there you have it, guys. Another one gone, and I can't even begin to understand what game you're playing here, because it clearly isn't the Floptraitors. You're not playing the right game. You're voting out every Faithful Leg going. That's another 1,000 floppy bucks gone from the total. I don't even know what to say anymore. I've told you to look at yourself in the mirror in the room at night and really think about who you're voting for, but you still continue to get it wrong. Floptraitors, you're playing a fantastic game. Maybe you guys should start looking where you're not looking already, because where you're writing these names down, sorry is quite literally not good enough. He is dead, and it's your fault. We are entering the final night. This is the final round table we're going to be going into. I need to reiterate to you guys, when we enter that round table, we only stop voting people out once everyone agrees to stop, meaning you are confident you got rid of every single Floptraitor. If there is one Floptraitor sitting around this table when you lot decide to stop voting, the game is over and they win the floppy bucks. And they split it against all of the Floptraitors that are there. This is absolutely outrageous. When you really deep it, not one Floptraitor is gone.
I will say, I still think that we should keep Massa, because she's all around.
Yeah.
And she... Okay, so Nerio,
No, but she's on
she
to one of us,
thought
Coco.
Marie, me, and Portsmouth were faithful legs.
Faithful. Like,
Yeah.
full on.
And that
we
that
can't
you.
go for Mazza.
I think we should go for Marie because Massa thought that you, Nerio, and Sophie was traitors. She does know that one of us.
She knows
that
it's me.
thought-
I'm not gonna lie. She knows it's me. After I voted that, because I tried to play off as, it was like a rebuttal, because it's the second time now she's voted for me, and like.
Sophie's been on my ass for bare rounds. I need to get her off my ass. She voted for me the second round. And
It is
I
true,
now
but like
understand.
if Massa think it's Nerio and if it that it is Sophie, then I don't think we should kill Sophie because then there will still be the sus will go to even more
But there'll
us.
be more sus. If we kill Marie, Nero will.
I'll be exposed.
So we can't do that.
No, but then.
But Massa is too kind of around. She
can't do
thinks.
that either.
But here's the thing: if I'm suspect, then in that case, if I'm suspect in this and I get voted out, there's still true traitors, so the game can still go on without me. So if I'm voted out,
Don't sacrifice yourself. No.
I do it for the traitors.
No, you're so stupid. No. I say.
I do think that we should go for Marie because I think it would be stupid to get a sus one out, and I do think we should kill someone. And I think Massa is too trustworthy. Well, she trusts too easily.
And she's right. She's right. She doesn't know how to play the game. So you know.
You guys are setting me up for death because then Massa is going to be like, well, it's obviously me.
I just need to know, who are you killing?
Coco, do it.
Coco, I leave it to you.
Coco's the leader.
Please, what? Why am I the leader? Marie is the most faithful kind of person, and therefore it will make sense if she dies.
You're killing Marie. It's been locked in.
We're killing Marie.
I feel bad.
I do love Marie, but
love Marie.
I had to do it. I love them all,
You're having a very easy
But
time
if it
killing them
makes
off one
more
by
sense.
one, Coco. You have a funny way of showing it. Hello, Marie.
Have I been killed?
Or have you been recruited?
Oh, really?
No, sorry to do that to you. You've been killed. Yeah.
You
You've been murdered. There was no more recruits available. They dilly-dallied for a while, but they decided in the end to kill you off, unfortunately, Marie. You did. I would say you did really well, but you continuously voted out faithful legs.
I know.
So, unfortunately, by order of the traitors, you are gone. You're dead, mate. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Just to finish on, who do you think are the remaining traitors?
I just literally changed my mind as I was sitting here thinking. I think it's Nerio. I think it's Portsmouth, and I think it's Mazza.
Oh, okay. Well, there's 3. You got that correct, but you'll go into the chat and find out there who you think it is. Actually, you know what? This is what I'm going to do for season 2 of this, but I'll do it right now. I'm going to tell you because I feel like the reveal is also very entertaining to see. So instead of finding out in chat, I can let you know you got 2 of those correct. It is Portsmouth. It is Nerio. But it's someone going under the radar this whole game. The last one
Is it Coco?
is Coco.
No! Oh, wow!
So unfortunately, you are dead.
Wonder.
And I can tell you, just for a little bit of juicy goss, Coco was the one who wanted you dead.
That cat!
Thank you for playing, Marie. Next time on the Floptraitors. Breakfast is served. Marie's tears as I told her the news that she was dead.
There's definitely a third traitor. There has to be.
I think I'm sat with one.
What?
Remember, guys, they can't stop until they all agree to stop voting. The first one is guaranteed to happen. Then after that, I'm going to ask them the question, another vote or end the game?